This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So what you just heard was a sound effect that we play on my podcast, I Doubt It podcast, when we want to indicate to the audience that we were right about something. That is the tooting of our own horn sound effect. So I thought I would bring it here to YouTube because I think more often than not, my premonitions, my predictions, my analysis rings true. It comes through as correct. And the two things I'm going to talk about today, this particular story about James Comer and about the CNN town hall, I was proven right in both. It's nice to have a bead on what's going on. I mean, it's a joke, the playing of the horns, but I think that all together through conversation, we can hone that skill and be more adroit, if you will, at calling things before they happen. It's not psychic, it's not clairvoyance, it's just an analysis based on the past that brings us to the correct conclusions about what is likely to happen. James Comer, about 9 days ago or so, just over a week ago, I did a video about James Comer, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee. And he made a Fox News appearance, and he's been making all kinds of wild, incendiary claims about Joe Biden and the Biden crime family. And even a Fox News host pushed back and said, look, you're making all these very serious allegations. Where's the proof? Where is the proof? And he rambled on about how 7 to 10 days we're gonna have a press conference and we're gonna reveal the truth. And I'm gonna play a clip, the last half of what he said, leading into what my response was. And then we're gonna talk about the press conference that did happen yesterday and what exactly is this proof that he has on Joe Biden.
These people. This is a major investigation. We plan on within the next 7 to 10 days having a public press conference to give the press and the American people the facts, what we have uncovered thus far. And
so just like Donald Trump's health care plan that was imminent in the next 2 weeks, so is the fact. So are the reams of evidence that James Comer has against Biden. Except it never materializes. 7 to 10 days, we're going to have a press conference. 7 to 10 days, we're going to show you the evidence. Listen, James Comer, if you have rock solid evidence of crimes being committed by Joe Biden, show us. Show us the evidence. And then we can proceed to prosecute Joe Biden. But if you don't have the evidence, shut your mouth. And here we are, a day after the press conference that will live in infamy for the outing of a criminal organization run by a president of the United States. Except that's not what happened. I got a clip of Fox News from this morning of Steve Doocy, the goof, father of Peter Doocy, the Nepo baby, the Fox and Friends host, who even he is saying, look, you don't have any evidence here. I mean, I'll tell you what, but here's what the New York Times had to say about the press conference. House Republican report finds no evidence of wrongdoing by President Biden. After months of investigation and many public accusations of corruption against Mr. Biden and his family, the first report of the premier House GOP inquiry showed no proof of such misconduct. None. It is all saber rattling. This is all just a vie for attention. It should come as no surprise, no shock to anyone that the day this was held is just the day after Donald Trump is found liable for sexual abuse of a woman. Donald Trump, who has dozens of women who have accused him of exactly that or similar to that, and in some cases, greater than that. This is a distraction. This is running interference for an actual criminal. An actual criminal, the proof of which we have in reams in several ongoing investigations. He's been indicted on 34 felony counts for one of the investigations. And the Republican Party is hell-bent to distract the American people from that with nonsense allegations that they can provide no proof to substantiate. Here's what the New York Times says. After 4 months of investigation, House Republicans who promised to use their majority to unearth evidence of wrongdoing by President Biden acknowledged on Wednesday that they had yet to uncover incriminating material about him, despite their frequent insinuations that he and his family have been involved in criminal conduct and corruption. At a much publicized news conference on Capitol Hill to show the preliminary findings of their premier investigation into Mr. Biden and his family, leading Republicans released financial documents detailing how some of the president's relatives were paid more than $10 million from foreign sources between 2015 and 2017. But on Wednesday, the Republicans conceded that they had yet to find evidence of a specific corrupt action Mr. Biden took in office in connection with any of the business deals his son entered into. Instead, their presentation underscored how little headway top GOP lawmakers have made in finding clear evidence of questionable transactions that they can tie to Mr. Biden, their chief political rival. It has not stopped them from accusing the president of serious misconduct. And even Fox News is having a hard time backing the lie. Now, look, let's not break our arms patting Fox News on the back, because before the clip that I'm getting ready to play, this screenshot was up on a giant video screen. All in the family? ? They're still running with the innuendo. They're still casting doubt on the honesty of Joe Biden. But when they did have James Comer on, Steve Doocy, a reliable Trump stooge, even he says, yeah, look, man, you don't have the goods.
I know the Republicans said that the smoking gun were these financial records that you were able to subpoena and got your hands on. They show that some of the president's relatives were paid more than $10 million from foreign sources between 2015 and 2017. And your party, the Republican investigators, say that that's proof of influence peddling by Hunter and James. But that's just your suggestion. You don't actually have any facts to that point. You've got some circumstantial evidence. And the other thing is, of all those names, the one person who didn't profit is there's no evidence that Joe Biden did anything illegally.
What does it say when, while out of one side of their mouth, they're putting up the giant video screen of All in the Crime Family or whatever it was, and then in real time, conservatives, stalwarts, defenders of Donald Trump, even they have enough dignity and shame to go along with this. Too much, in fact, for the Republican Party. Look, this is not going to end here. They're going to continue because there are many, I'm thankful that this happened because that means some Fox News viewers will be getting a glimpse into the fact that this is all a distraction. I said over a week ago in that video that I just played a clip from that this is but jingling keys before a baby. This is a shiny object to distract from the actual things that are happening right now. Whether it be George Santos being indicted on 13 felony charges of fraud and scheming, or Donald Trump and his insufficiency to run the country again, his dangerous demagoguery, or just the general fecklessness of the Republican Party. So, look, this was predictable. I'm no genius, having had figured it out. I'm sure many of you were like, yeah, this is all just nonsense. Trying to make a joke about being right. Although it does feel really good. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to hear from you. 714-576-4054. Of course, absolutely, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. If you want to help support my work, if you want to fund my premonitions, my clairvoyance, click the join button. I'm a dumbass. Click the join button below. Become a channel member for $1.99 a month. Help produce what I'm doing here. Take part in the production of this product, this content. Or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Follow me on social media. I'd love to see you there. I'm at Dollemore, wherever there is social media. And I will most assuredly see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.